And today we are doing the eighth step of the Eightfold Path to the Heart opening. And today's topic for our meditation is joy. Um, and I kind of had to really think about joy for a while because joy is something that we I think use that word, but it's a harder word to define, really. Um, and there's lots of descriptions that are interesting, like quotes from, famous people or sources about joy. For example, Helen Keller described joy as the holy fire that keeps our purpose warm and our intelligence aglow. And Mother Teresa wrote, joy is prayer, joy is strength, joy is love. Joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. And C.S. Lewis referred to joy as the serious business of heaven. And the Upanishads, which is a classic sacred text of Indian literature, has quoted, "From joy springs all creation, by joy it sustained, towards joy it proceeds, and to joy it returns." So there's this concept of joy as being something very profound and underlying, um, almost the center of existence. There's also a great book by Robert Holden. I think it's called Be Happy. And in that book, he talks about how joy is a constant. It's something that it's somehow beyond space and time. And I think you certainly see that quoted, like the similar to the quote in the Upanishads, that sense of it being the beginning and end of all things, and that it's very inspirational to creativity. Joy is, and that it's often unreasonable happiness because it's happiness based on nothing. And it's it's a kind of feeling that needs no reason, and it doesn't actually even really have an opposite. It doesn't swing up and down. You don't have like less joy today. You either have joy or you don't. And also the concept that joy is kind of a state of enoughness, which is, I think, sometimes what we all need a little bit. And I was thinking about, how do I mostly feel joy? When do I notice joy the most? And I realized that there is one really obvious place where we can feel joy, um, and that is from telling jokes. So I thought I would tell you a few jokes this morning to get you into the feeling of joy, because everybody needs some good jokes. We all need some good jokes. I thought a sheet of coronavirus epidemic jokes the other day, so I might throw a couple of those in. But my very personal favorite joke, and I kind of like need your jokes to be relatively clean. I always like to aim for, like, my son's age is like the they're telling jokes that are funny and a little bit smart, but not too inappropriate at this point. Um, Although my favorite joke might be a little tiny bit inappropriate. So here's my joke. This is my famous joke. If you've ever heard me tell jokes at work, I used to actually always ask my assistant to tell jokes, but I found out most assistants are actually not that funny. So one assistant actually for Christmas made me a jar of jokes, like typed out, so that I could like reach into the jar and pull out a joke. But she still didn't want to tell the jokes. She just wanted me to tell the jokes. But so she gave me the jokes. But one joke, this is not in the jar, but this is my favorite joke. So, what do you call it when a chameleon cannot change its color? Ready for it? A reptile defunction. Oh, that's my favorite joke ever. But I thought I'd tell you a bunch of jokes just to get you in the mood, like just some kind of two-liner jokes, you know. And if you have a good joke, throw it in the side there, because we can all use some new jokes. So, what's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. That's funny. Yesterday I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road, and I asked him, "What's the word on the street?" What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hi, bud. Have a woman in labor suddenly shouted, "Shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, didn't, can't." "Don't worry," said the doc. "Those are just contractions." Okay, now I'll tell you a couple coronavirus ones. Well, they're kind of about quarantine, which I think is pretty funny. They're kind of like one-liners. So, thoughts about the epidemic. Half of us are going to come out of this quarantine as amazing cooks. The other half will come out with a drinking problem. I need to practice social distancing from the refrigerator. Every few days, try on your jeans just to make sure they fit, because pajamas will have you believing all is well in the kingdom. Homeschooling is going well. 2 students suspended for fighting and 1 teacher fired for drinking on the job. So, after this quarantine, will the producers of my 600-pound life just find me, or do I find them? Went to this restaurant called The Kitchen. You have to gather all the ingredients and make your own meal. I have no clue how this place is still in business. I also had a good one about, what's the other one? Oh, what did the Buddhist ask for at the hot dog stand? He said, "Make me one with everything." Oh, goodness. Okay, that's enough jokes for now. I hope I'm getting you in the mood of joy because, like I said, this is the source from which joy issues forth. And I think we need to spend way more time belly laughing. Actually, I'll tell you one really good place of inspiration for belly laughing. And sometimes if I really need my mood to be lifted, I go here. It's the um what's the website called? It's the one where it's DAC. It's actually damn autocorrect. It shows all these screenshots of like texting autocorrections gone horribly wrong. And sometimes it's so funny that I'm like, I just cry in laughter. And it's like so entertaining. I mean, at the end of the day, most of us are actually laughing in joy from like some of the gifts that only a human being has. Like only a human being really has speech. You know, it's like this quality of the eye organization to be able to talk, to have that kind of inner creativity. And so a lot of our joy comes from language. So, anyways, those are my inspirations. Oh, yes, babies laughing is definitely fun. Okay. So, moving on with meditation. We're going to do our normal thing today. Man, I should have worn my sunglasses in this one. It was a little bright in here. I guess that's why I call it the sunroom. Duh. Okay. All right. So everybody get in your meditation posture with your feet on the floor. And just getting in your comfy position. I would love it if you could just start with our breathing. So we're going to breathe in 5 seconds and out 5 seconds in our heart coherence breathing. So in for 2, 3, 4, 5, and out for 2, 3, 4, 5, and in for 2, 3, 4, 5, and out for 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and out for 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 2, 3, 4, 5. In and out. And in and out. And in. Don't forget to keep the awareness in the center of your chest. And out. And in. And out. And once again, find yourself in a place on the earth that you find the most beautiful place that you can imagine, or that you've been, or that you can picture. And sit and feel all of the details, see the details, feel the feeling of being there, smell what it smells like to be there. Notice all those little details. Whether it be an island or a mountain, a river, a lake. An ocean, a pond, a forest, whatever it is. Feel the love that you have for that scene, this place on our planet. Connect to the minerals that are in this scene, in this place. The rocks, the dirt, the sand, the anchor of our earth. And then to the plant world around you. Trees, grass, small plants anchored in the soil, lush plants with flowers. This is the kingdom of bringing the mineral into the watery realm in response to the sun. And then observe, if you can, the animals around you. Perhaps they're birds, or insects, or butterflies. That is our next realm. From the plants. The animals are anchored by the plant world as well. You have a sense of all the love that you can feel. This beautiful creation. Send your love to Mother Earth. Whether it's in a ball of your love or just with your intention. Your intention is the most important part. Send that love down to Mother Earth. Feel it entering the center of the earth and coming back. Feel the Mother's love coming back to you. Feel it enter your body. Going to areas where it's needed. Just let it go wherever it needs to. And then anchor it in your heart. And without losing the feeling of the Mother's love in your heart, expand your awareness to the Father by picturing the night sky. Infinite space filled with points of light, each of which is its own star, its own sun. Feel the awe of the night sky and of the cosmos. And send your love up to the Father, to the Sun, or the great central sun, or perhaps to the Earth grid if you know what that is. Send it up with your intention, or in a small sphere. The rays of sunlight feel it come back to you, the love of the Father, and let it join with the other stream from your Mother in your heart. And now you experience the Holy Trinity, miraculous happening when the love of the Divine Mother and the love of the Divine Father meet in the Divine Child. And holding your attention in your heart, allow this unified energy to fill the room around you, your neighborhood, the city. Let it connect to the other hearts in this meditation. Feel it push out and expand beyond this province, this country. Feel it ripple around the world at the speed of light, unifying all others whose intention is reinforcing and strengthening our own. Let it come back to you. Feel the anchor, what is below, what is above, and what is connecting us all. And then once again, enter the sacred space of the heart. Perhaps you step into it. Perhaps you swirl down a tube and land in it. If you haven't been in this space before, it's fine. Sometimes it's dark. Sometimes there's many details. If you've been here before, you're just going to walk to the place where you spend the most time to sit and do this guided meditation. So settle yourself in and concentrate on my voice as I lead you through this joy meditation. Perhaps repeating the words in your mind. When I enter into the core of my being, I enter into a joy that is so pure, so free, so utterly unconditioned and untamed, that it is the eternal essence of what I am and of what all life is. This joy is boundless and permeates my being. It can never be attained because it was never lost. It is the ever-present truth of my being. I awaken to this joy. I remember. I allow the inner fears and walls to fall down. I relax and open the inner doors and windows, and like the dazzling sunshine, joy floods into my heart and my mind and my body, and the darkness is gone forever. It has always been shining within like the sun, and in my own delusion, I may have worked hard to keep it out, but now I no longer struggle and fight to maintain my position. I open to the inner knowing that what I am is not a thing, that what I am was never born and will never die, that what I am has no cravings, no fears, no addictions, no health challenges, no personal history, no faults, no status, no money, no possessions, no creed, no race, no gender, no name, no form at all. What I am is pure awareness, uncontaminated by social conditioning or by efforts to impress other people, and I am free. I understand that joy and freedom go hand in hand, and that they are both my true nature. I see that the essence of the created order is the ecstatic dance of freedom within the awareness of unity, compassion, and the universal principles that underlie everything. This joy flows naturally through my mind and feelings as I live my life authentically and naturally give the gifts that I am here to give. Out of joy, this giving comes forth continually, and it awakens joy in others. The joy I feel is spontaneous. I give thanks that I am always home. I can never leave the true home of joy, which is always present within. No deed or misdeed can ever destroy it, like no cloud can ever destroy the sun. They only seem to block it, and when I remember the truth of the ever-shining sun of joy within, I know there is nothing I have to do to earn or attain it. It's simply ever-present truth of being. Joy is the essence that I am. Joy is the true essential nature of all people, all animals, and all beings of all dimensions. I rest peacefully in understanding that infinite love is the only reality. Joy is ultimately inescapable, and everything else is an illusion. In gratitude, I connect with joy. Giving thanks, I come home to my true nature, which is joy. Receiving love and life and all the blessings of life as I do constantly, I am grateful, and my gratitude is in itself a precious form of joy. It is acknowledging my relatedness with others and the larger life that we all share. In joy, I realize there is never a situation where there is nothing to be thankful for. In fact, there are always countless things I can feel grateful for. And by practicing cultivating a sense of gratitude in daily life, I awaken and deepen my connection with the joy that is my true nature. I realize that since I never know the biggest picture, no matter what happens, I can be grateful that it is ultimately for the highest good for all. Abiding in inner wisdom, I understand I am profoundly interconnected with all living beings, and that my life is a manifestation of an infinite life, which is love, joy, freedom, and wisdom. As I trust this infinite life, I am always guided and fulfilled. Gratitude is the natural and spontaneous response to such immeasurable love, and in gratitude, I am whole, complete, free, loving, wise, and in my true home of joy. Just as I need no outer reason to be filled with joy, I need no outer reason to be filled with gratitude. Gratitude is the essence of my being, a naturally arising response to the benevolent source of my life, and to the beauty and blessings of my life, and its continually unfolding flow of precious gifts and opportunities. I give thanks, knowing this is so, and so it is. Now feeling meditation coming to an end in my sacred space. Find your way back. Coming up back through the vortex, or once again stepping out of the sacred space. And find your feet on the floor. An awareness of the room around you. And then quietly, we will listen to today's poem. This is the text written by Friedrich von Schiller, a part of Ode to Joy, which of course was famously put to music. And this is the English. Joy, beautiful spark from God, daughter of Elysium, drunk with fire we enter, O heavenly one, your holy place. Your magic binds together what was strictly divided. All people are made brothers, wherever your gentle wing rests.